Alright, sweet. We are back live. I will ping the Discord real quick. Alright, yeah, I'll send that. I'm gonna have to make a ping for this RNI. I'm gonna have to make a ping for, the announcement and stream pings, but I guess it is what it is for now. Alright, so docket. Let's see what's on the docket today. I did say I was gonna add a bow and arrow one of these streams. I'm not entirely sure about that one yet, because I know I'm gonna have to do a little bit of tweaking to like the core engines. Oh hey Z-Max girl, welcome to the stream. It's good to see you. Let's see here. Alright. Trying to think if we should do... Yeah, I don't know about bow and arrows, but I think what we can do is adjust the book system, because we need to make some adjustments so that book items can exist in the game, as well as also we might make a librarian as well, so that we can set up mutable systems. Oh, you're going live too. Nice, nice, nice. I'll have to hop in after I get done with this stream. Let's see here. So yeah, let me find out. What do I have? Yeah, okay, I'm not even gonna use this weapon, but let's just go sell it. Librarian is fire. Yeah, I've gotta add a librarian in eventually, so I might as well add it in now. Currently, they're probably not gonna have any use, and if they do, I'm gonna have to. It's gonna take a lot of adjustments to make the librarian worth anything, or at all useful, I guess. All right, so the current system we have is this little thing where it's literally just, you know, it's really basic. So we're gonna have to adjust that system. I'm gonna make it so that it actually like can be made into like a book format, and then also just some sanity checks like removing the HUD and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna pick a weapon as well while I'm here, because all right, I'm gonna take, oh yeah, and also let's I'm gonna add dual wield support as well. Might as well. I'll do that first because that's like the easiest thing to implement. Let's see. That's if it lets me leave. Dang. This thing's taking ages to load. Alright, here we go. So, actually, first I'm going to put an indicator up here that these are like primary weapons. Or I'm going to have to move these probably. So, dude, can't just hand these kids a freaking packet, yo. Oh wait, tech lead. Or tech lead. You're actually, dude, I watch your videos all the time, man. It's crazy. Welcome to the stream. Legendary. Can't hand these kids a freaking packet, yo. You said that in the Discord too. I'm kind of confused what you mean by that. You might have to re-clarify. Let's see here. Dang, didn't think I'd be meeting or no seeing Tech Lid on stream for a long time. That's insane. Well, it's good to have you on stream. Let's see here. I'll just keep the nodes over here for now, but yeah, I'll keep the nodes over here. These are gonna be, and then I'll duplicate these and probably put them over here, because these progression nodes aren't really, or they're needed, but not over here. So I'll put the progression nodes over here. What's the Discord used for? A lot of it's just like pings of like, oh hey, I'm streaming and stuff, and also just for people who want to like show off their work and stuff. But other than that, I don't think it really has a purpose. Eventually I'll probably do like events in the Discord and stuff, but for now at least I haven't found much of a purpose. Since these are temporary, I don't really need to. This is a big no-no in scripting. You don't want to have like this many scripts probably out, but These things are meant to be temporary, so it probably doesn't matter much. Fists, katana, rapier, and of course the battle axe or the spear. Some of these aren't supposed to be offhand weapons, so I'm gonna have to see if some of these things offhand nicely or if they don't offhand at all. We'll have to find out. So, yeah, I don't mean anything by saying it. It's just a fun meme to say around. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember back that was, like, popular, like, maybe I don't want to say a year ago, because it wasn't, but, like, I know what you mean now by that. I just forgot it existed. Wait, what if a fist can't be an offhand weapon? What am I thinking? Okay, so I'm gonna try dagger rapier and see if this does anything. All right, good. Sweet. And eventually I'll have to implement like a critical for these as well. So that will be another thing. We'll do a critical for like the dual weapons. Because currently it's just this whatever the current weapon is. Let's see if, because spear's not gonna offhand nicely. I just know it's not going to, so grab spear. Yeah, this isn't gonna play nice. Yeah, great. All right, that one's an awful weapon. So we have a problem now, and that is that some weapons can't be offhanded. So I'm gonna have to make it so I guess it's probably like a quick sanity check or something, just to make sure that specific weapons can't be supported as an offhand weapon. So I'll just put in weapon info for now. Dual wielded. Okay, good. So these are just checks saying if the weapon can be dual wielded, and if it can't, then okay, that can be dual wielded. A spear can't be dual wielded. All right, I'll just use that. Can't be dual wielded. Check somewhere in combat. Dang, it's been a while since I've edited this code base, so. Alright, unequip, equip toggle. Alright, if it equals none. Oh yeah, and then I also need the weapon data. Okay, good, I have the weapon data module, so let's see. Alright, if it's equipped. I guess what we really need to do is like, if the weapon can be off, or yeah. So if the current weapon isn't equal to none, then it will do dual wield. So, and I'm just gonna do another check saying and current offhand weapon. Or actually, I need to make an info section for it. So, oh no, I do have one. So, and weapon info. Dot dual wielded equals yeah, I'll just do that because it needs to be equal to true for this to pass. Either that, or what I need to do is I just need to make it so that they can't, like, it will change the weapon. Hey Dildasher, it's good to see ya. Spanish. Oh yeah, you're speaking Spanish, that's what it is. Okay, so if it can be dual wielded, then I'm just gonna like set the variable. It's been a while. That's crazy. What's up? Welcome, Alex. Welcome to the stream. Let's see here. So, man, why is this? I'm trying to think of how to do this, but if the weapon can't be dual wielded, then I either could set the variable to none. I could set the can be dual wielded to none. Do you like the new profile picture? Yes, I do. It looks really, really good. I think what I need to do is I need to implement like a way so if you're changing a weapon and yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make it so whenever like yeah, here we go. Yo, bro, what's the time for you? It's 6:14 in my locale, so I follow Eastern Standard Time, so I just usually go through EST. And then if you're on like the UK, that's kind of unfortunate because it's probably like 11 for you. But for me, I just stream whenever I feel like I can do it, and I can hit the most amount of people. It's 1 a.m. Where would you be? You have to be like in Asia or something for that, for like a timing that badly. Okay, I'm just gonna go into the player module and change this up. Oh, you're in Bulgaria. Oh. Yeah, catching these streams in Bulgaria is gonna be difficult. I apologize. If the weapon... Alright, local, weapon stats module is gonna equal game.server storage. I'm just gonna access the module, so weapons.weapon stats, and then right down here, I'm just gonna say, oh yeah, I need the weapon info as well. So I can just get that up here since it changes, that's the only thing. Right here, yeah. So dot get stats, and then we'll put in the weapon name, so that will be character, get attribute, current offhand weapon. And so pretty much we're just gonna check the offhand weapon, and then we're gonna check dot dual wielded. And if that equals false, then what we're gonna want to do is we're just gonna want to do this quick check just to like, we'll change, or we'll do nothing. Maybe, I guess is probably what we'll do. I'll cut this down here and paste it right here. This probably isn't like the best code formatting. So what I'll do is I'll make this equal to, so like, if the weapon can actually be dual wielded, we'll set equal to true, and if not, I'll just put a warning in the console to make sure this works, and just say like, yeah, offhand weapon can't be dual wielded. Bro, you're getting subs so fast, W. Thank you. Yeah. The growth is actually impressive, not going to lie. It's like once you pass 100, it's like exponential almost. Because like maybe 2 months ago I had like 100, so it's getting, the amount is increasing a lot. Thanks to you guys though. Thank you all so much for sticking in and watching the content. It's very much appreciated. Some of your videos have over 1K views. Yes, somehow they already have hit that point. Alright, I'm gonna reset the... Oh no, I forgot I can't reset my character. I disabled that. I didn't do much. I'm only a IRL friend, yeah. But good job. Thank you very much. I probably need to make another video. What do you guys want to see in like a new devlog? Like genuinely. Because I was gonna make it on the mission board system, but I just felt like that was really lame and none of you would want to see that. So I'm trying to think of whether you guys, do you all want like devlogs of like the more technical systems like behind them, or do you want like the more entertaining ones to watch? All right. I'll just grab another normal weapon. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to artificially adjust these variables just because it's not gonna work. Since there we go, since the slot was corrupted, I had to... And now I should be good. So, if I run like this, maybe a leveling system which comes with base damage and health. That would work if the game's progression wasn't the way it is, so... Okay, that weapon I know. Okay, can this be dual? Okay, good. So just here it says offhand weapon can't be dual wielded. So, like, let's just say I go with like a rapier and a dagger. Like, it works totally fine. However, if you run like, I don't know, some outrageous combo like a rapier and a spear, like that's not gonna work. Eventually, like, I'll implement as much support for as many weapons as I can, but some combos just aren't meant to exist, so these combos will, so the certain, like, forbidden combos will just stay that way. Okay, we'll also have to fix that bug as well. There's a bug that for some reason some weapons, like, just disappear, what's it called? Offhand weapons just disappear when your main is, attached on. Yeah, there we go. Alright, never mind. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Which is a bit... Oh. And also I'm gonna have to make a none option, so we'll replace fist with none. So, yeah, I'll replace the fist weapon with none, just so that, players can, you know, not have an offhand. And for now, I'm gonna just keep... What's the game about? The game is more like an adventure RPG game, so, if you've ever played a game like, I don't know, Deep Woken or Sea of Thieves or, ooh, I'm trying to think of what other games, I guess, maybe match the description, but, like, the game, at least in its current state, has taken a lot of inspiration from Sea of Thieves and from Deep Woken. So, the finished prototype will probably have a lot more inspiration from other games. Actually, wait, I can look at this because I literally have a list of every single, like, thing that's inspired it. Oh yeah, Arcane Odyssey is another one. So, if you've played Arcane Odyssey, that game also matches the kind of theme or the idea of what I'm going for. I'm just gonna make it so that the current offhand weapon is none still. I will fix... Okay, the swords will just stay on my hip until, like, I die, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, this game is pretty much supposed to be playing on release. None as in null. Like, oh no, I know what this is gonna be. No. Oh gosh, dang it. I'm gonna have to ban, like, keyword ban the word reference sometime soon. I'm gonna have to keyword ban the word reference. Alright, so I'm thinking we add in books today, probably. So if any of you have a more entertaining idea, please feel free to let me know, because I want to make sure these streams are more entertaining for you guys than just me getting work done. So, yeah, if you guys have any ideas for features that need to be implemented into the game, let me know. I may or may not do the idea depending on how difficult and boring it is. Since, you know, I'm also here to entertain you guys as well. But yeah. Alright, so the goal is... You're so niche. Proud of you. Thank you. Alright, so here's the problem, right? Is, with the note module, I can technically just add in the note content and the book name. But the thing is that's really, really hard for, like, I don't know, let's just say, I don't know, some random story writer is invited into this project. So, like, let's just say, I don't know, some developer adds in some code, or I guess the best way of saying it is, like, pretty much if some story writer's trying to get in the game, we want to make it so that the story writer can edit the project really, really easily. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a system where pretty much instead of just, like, having all of this boilerplate code, you can implement more things. I guess you can implement more. I'll try to, like, remove the boilerplate, I guess. That's, like, explaining it. Can you get the source code of Roblox games? Through cheating, yes, but you can only get the client side for most Roblox games. That's if you cheat and you, like, intentionally do it, but I'm pretty sure it's, like, against TOS. So, guys, do not hack games and leak them. I mean, it's probably insane that I have to say that, but, yeah, don't be taking, like, games and stuff. Or wait, do I even need a book module? Yeah, I don't even need a book module, because I can just, like... Here, what I can do is I could just make a book item as a demo, but I'm pretty sure I do not even need a, I don't think I even need a book module, so, let's make a good book model, or I'm just gonna toolbox it, you know what, I'm not making a good book model at all, so... All right, our requirements is it can't be a mesh like that is. It needs to be able to be opened, so we'll probably add in... Okay, that's $3. I'm not spending $3 on a book pack. That's open book. We want a book that can be opened, so... Or either it has to look really, really good, or it has to, you know... Okay, this is a union, which, you know, isn't the greatest, but it will work. Leather, here we go. That's an example of what I probably could take, but I'm not gonna do that for now. C++, is this a C++? Yeah, that is literally a C++ book. That's actually crazy. I mean, I'm not surprised. Oh, no, and a book for Lua. Yeah, you know, I'll just take, like, if the book... Yeah, just a mesh. I don't really want an open book. I want, like, a closed one, so... One of those could probably work. But I'll take this for now. Let's separate all these. Wow, that's a lot of parts. More development than GTA 6. Probably, actually. I don't know if Rockstar actually, like, is actively developing the game. Or what's going on. Man, everybody's live today. Really? You, Shin, and Miku Fan are alive. Yes, all three of us are. Honestly, it's just a good way to capitalize on viewership. There's a lot of viewership on a Friday evening. You'd be surprised. Well, I think at least. I'm not entirely sure about that one. I'm gonna stay here. Alright, alright. It's good to have you here. Let's move this, and we're gonna do what's called... We're just gonna scale these. Should I go live sometime soon? I don't really know. A lot of it counts on where your viewer base is from. So, like, maybe, I don't know, if your viewer base is from, like, I don't know, Asia, probably don't go live now. But, like, I don't know, if your viewer base is from the US, times around these are the best to capitalize, probably. Just since there's a lot of people wanting to just sit down on their couch and, like, watch a live stream, probably. US, Poland, Philippines. Oh, Philippines, too? You as well. You as well also have Philippine viewers? We'll just do smooth plastic, because, like, I don't think anybody really cares too much what the book texture is, as long as it's a book. Either I'll go leather or I'll go cardboard. Oh, that actually looks disgusting. Never mind. Brick, carpet. Does carpet look any good? Nope, it doesn't. Maybe clay roof tiles. Then maybe that's exactly the kind of book we need. Concrete, fabric might... Wait, no, fabric actually kind of works. There we go. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. So I'm going to union this all together, and this will be our... Gosh dang it. And then this needs... Okay, they're all the same texture, but no one's going to be, like, over-analyzing what the book looks like. So I can just call this handle. And now I can attach a tool. 10% of my viewers are 45 to 54. That's crazy. That's actually impressive. I don't think I even have 1% of, like, 50-year-olds. Oh, another Alex. Good to see you, Alex. Welcome to the stream. This one cannot be dropped. And it's my second biggest percent. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. I'm the Alex. Yeah, honestly, there are so many Alexes. I've already had like 2 or 3 join, or sorry, like 1 or 2 join already. You are a great guy, though. I think I remember you from my speed build, I think, right? Were you the one who was in my speed build, a stream, I think? It was you and Dill Dasher, I think. That was an impressively, like, that was a good stream. I needed some practice. You also... Oh, you're that Alex. Yes, I remember you now. We'll make a whole category for books, and I'll give the book a name. Do I have any books that I could canonically add into the game that I could get away with? It'd be funny. I could name this book Lorem Ipsum and just make it spam a bunch of Latin. That, like, whatchamacallit? The Bible. Nah. That'd be funny. I wonder if the game could actually handle the entire source of the Bible. Like, if I could put it in and make it so that, like, that probably would, like, make the loading times up by at least 10. But that'd be really, really funny if I could do that. I probably would only be able to put, like, one biblical book in. So, like, the book of John or something, maybe, would fit in the text, maybe? I'm not entirely sure about that one, though. Because, even the Gospel of... Yeah, maybe certain... I'd have to make them each separate, like the book of John, maybe. Write your own short stories and add them to Marooned. That is actually an idea. We are, me and a couple others... or I guess me and 2 others, probably... Because I do kind of have a writing team, so... I'll just call this, like, Oh, I'll make it a reference. I'll call it Marooned, you know? Like, you know? Because it's about a guy who's marooned on an island, so we'll do that. It's like a self-insert, you know? Wait, why's the book moving? Why is the guy moving? It should be the other way around. What the heck? I think I know your writing team. You probably do, honestly. I think you definitely do, Dildasher, though. I'm pretty sure you know who they are. You wouldn't be surprised if I told you all either, probably. No Collide. I'll do Audio King Collide. I know one of them at least. Yeah, you know one of them, definitely. Because he hard carries. The writing team hard carries a bit of this. They don't do much, like, on the development side, but they do a fair bit on the, sometimes they do a fair bit on the writing side. It's like, there's like a 90% chance. Oh, wait, no, this should be positive 90. You said he likes the Hunger Games more than you. Probably. I wouldn't be surprised if the guy does indeed like the Hunger Games more than me. Like, he's spent like the entire like past week recreating. He's spent like the entire like last like while recreating Caesar Flickerman's what's it called, his room, you know, which is, yeah, I know who it is. Yeah, he kind of glazes it a little. I mean it kind of deserves the glaze, but also like holy glaze. Okay, why the heck won't this book turn? Okay, we'll do this, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna first... So hard to be cryptic. Yeah, a little bit. Okay, so that turns it, or orients it the right way. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's, yeah. I feel like people hold their books like this, right? And then I'm just gonna move it out a little bit, so we'll go like, nope, that's a little too far. There we go. You know who else deserves the glaze? I do not. Who? You might have to enlighten me on this. Gosh dang it. Just had to open my mouth. Books. We'll put Marooned in books. And here's another thing, is to avoid, I guess, the writers from having a pain, I think what I might do is I'm going to make a module script that contains, like, every book in the game. So I'm going to put that on the server side, probably. Actually, I'm trying to think whether it deserves to be on the client side, but, alright, see ya, Dildasher. Be right back, alright, see ya. Yeah, I'll put it on the server side. There's really no need to put it on the server side, but I'll do it anyway. What's good? Hello, Spikes. Welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. Let's see here. Info, and I'm gonna make another folder, and this will be our books folder. So I'm gonna add a module, and we'll... What game you making? It's like I don't want to say an action RPG, but it's like an exploration game. So like, if you played like Sea of Thieves or like games like that, it's kind of that. Make the books be stored in binary code, and whenever a player opens the book, it decodes the binary and turns it into text. I guess that's one way you could do it, but that'd be overcomplicated. I don't really, I guess, see why you would need that. Title. So I'll do the dot title, and then I'll do dot content. So then what I'll do is I'll make this little thing. Are you mainly a scripter? Yes. Practically my entire role is scripting. Huh, did I format that wrong? Expected bracket to close. You need to overcomplicate it to look smart in your next devlog. No. There's a strategy, okay? For every programmer out there, make sure you're geniuses admire simplicity while others admire complexity, something like that. All right, there we go. This is what I'm looking for. So this little bracket should make it so that these little brackets, technically this is an array, and that's what was confusing me, is because in other languages that's an array. So pretty much the dot content, pretty much for page 1, this is the content, right? So yeah, I forget what the UI how am I forgetting the UI of my own game? Wow. If you guys can't tell, I haven't like looked at this code base for like a solid week, or like probably not a solid week, but like a bit around a week probably. I haven't looked at this code base in its fullest for a while. Oh, that will be another thing, is I don't know if this will be on stream or not. I need to fix like the 7 flinging bugs. Are your comms open? If not, are you open anytime soon? I don't really do commissions, unfortunately. Terribly sorry. However, I just don't do commissions. Unfortunately, just since, you know, I don't really put out my best work when it comes to commissions, so I might consider it sometime soon. I might do commissions eventually. It's just I haven't really come up with an idea for whether it's worth it or not. But yes, thank you for your question, Spikes. I think a lot of it's contextual though, so. All right, there we go. Now that's taken care of. Now we can actually write our content. So, can I put like 3 parentheses? Okay, no, I can't. This isn't Python. I'll just say day 1, I guess. Day 1 and then /n. So that will make an escape character, which pretty much should make it so that it skips down a line. And I'm gonna make this /n happen twice because I want it to go down 2 lines. So it seems I'm stuck. Hey, keep up the good work. You'll make it one day. Hopefully, that's the truth. I don't know exactly what happened, but I guess I've gotta find it. Alright, that will just be like a demo. We'll make like maybe 2 or 3 pages because my writing skills are awful, and I will get the writing team to maybe make an improved version of this. So, you know, I guess we'll have that. Another thing is we'll have to actually, you know, let's test if the escape characters work. Never mind. Wait a minute. I need to actually make it so the book actually works itself. So now we have to add in the book system. So pretty much for this to work. What's your game's name so I could play it on release? The game's name is called Marooned. It's currently not out yet. It's not even in like CC testing yet. Just since like Roblox has that whole new like age verification system for you to play your game. So here, one sec. I actually have a Discord as well. So like, if you want future like stats, here we go. So yeah, if you want like future notice if the game ever comes out, it'll probably be on my Discord, or like if I put it out for testing temporarily. So I'm just gonna pin that message. He's already made it. Yeah, I wish, man. 200. If 200 subscribers defines making it, then I guess so. It's better than my last run on YouTube though. So thank you all so much for the support. It has helped out drastically. Thank you all so much for that. So, I'll put it in player systems where like the component will be. So I'm gonna put it in the item component, and I'll put a function here. And I'll just make it read book. So this will just be a function to read a book. So I'm just gonna make the client side first for this book. So I can just go into here. For those of you who don't know or have never seen this framework before, it's a very janky custom, I guess, system. Post JJS skill builder content. I got 450 subs off JJS. I would do that, but the thing is this is more, since it's like a development content, or I guess area, I'd rather people, want to watch like the actual content that's going to be on here. So instead of, just getting subscribers. Because, you could get subscribers off of a lot of things. It's just that I don't really aim to do that. Like, people will see your Fire JJS movesets and then see your dev projects. I might. I maybe. I don't know. Marooned.new. Wait, no, not new. I forget. I think it's, yeah, use item. Player and character. All right, here we go. So first, what we want to do is I'm going to make a cooldown system just so players can't spam the book. And I'm going to make that a table. So that will be a table that will contain every single player. Oh, honestly, if you can somehow scrape together Maroon's framework from all this, it's impressive, honestly. If you can somehow do that, then I don't mind people using it. I might even open source the framework eventually. For like the back end of this, like at least like a really dumbed down version, I'll probably release it sometime soon. So if you want, yeah, I probably will actually. So that's not a guarantee, but I will probably give access to the framework. It's really, really, really bad though. That's the only problem. It's like not, I guess, it's not optimal for like if you're making a huge project. I mean, it makes it a little easier on you, but it's not exactly like the greatest designed project. So yeah, for those of you who want to use the framework, eventually I'll probably open up like either a GitHub repository or something with it, because I need like GitHub stars. So I don't even know, like GitHub stars might genuinely just be brownie points or something, because like I don't know if they even have any benefit. Alright, so next we're gonna make a remote event for this. While True Do is in my fishing game framework. Honestly, I guess if it gets the job done. But in reality though, be very careful with when you do things like While True Do. Join the council. I feel like I've heard that before. Join the council. What do you mean by that? I'll just say book event. We'll call this book event. And so I'll just go game.replicatestorage.assets.events.bookevent:fire server. So I'll fire the server, and then pretty much once I fire the server, I'll just pass. Well, I don't know if I should pass the book name or whether. Yeah, actually, yeah, I'll pass the book name. So, the big three of scripting: nesting while loops, local scripts, and server script service. That's some of the really bad ones. Honestly, that's probably fair. Oh, another thing: putting connections and not disconnecting them. Please never do that. You will have so many memory leaks. Like, if you want the honest truth, before Marooned, like, I had like a YouTube channel and stuff. The original, like, one of the reasons why Marooned was so bad performance-wise was because the receiving end, I was sending like huge megabyte packets between the client and the server every single frame. So for reference, guys, make sure that whenever you're doing something, you're not adding memory leaks. Because I had to like, I forget what I had like some tool like review my code, and it was like, you have like 70 memory leaks in like within the span of like 2 or 3 scripts. So yeah, be very, very careful with your memory leaks. I think it's in testnet. So I forget. No, the player's not in here. The player's in server in it. No. That's the game server. So like that's for the back end of the server for reference. For those of you who are wanting to copy the framework, I guess that one, the server end was kind of bolted on though, so it's not really a good idea to do that. Oh, here we go. This is what I was looking for. Game.replicatedStorage.events.book event. Wait, no, .assets.events.book event. .on server. So we're just going to check if the server is sending an event. You should make a cutscene for new players that joined your game. I would. I'll eventually probably be in the thing, because the goal for Marooned is also that there will be this system called Origins that are in the game. So pretty much, like, let's just say, for example, you choose, like, for example, I guess, there are so many Illuminates, I guess, maybe in the game, or Seas in the game, pretty much, that you can choose to spawn in different areas. So, for example, if you want to spawn in the, like, for example, let me take a look, map stuff. So, for example, there's the Western Sea in the game. That's like an Arabia-inspired area. You can like choose to spawn in that area, the Eastern Sea, the Northern Sea, the Western Sea, Southeastern Sea. And pretty much each of them are around the same level of difficulty. Like, each area is technically, can be a newbie spot, or it can be like a more advanced spot. So, yeah. That's the current plan, at least. Player, OP... Your game reminds me of Vinland Saga. I haven't seen Vinland Saga yet, so I don't really know if you're right exactly, but you might be right. Item component. The actual add actual hard bosses in your game and add anti-cheese. Yes, I want anti-cheese in the game because it's really, really a shame that games don't add in good, like, anti-cheesing mechanics because they don't find it as important. So I will be adding in I might add anti-cheese in once I have enough time. Watch One Piece and Vinland Saga because they could be good inspirations and references. Yeah, I probably will eventually. I finished Demon Slayer a while ago, which was very, very good inspiration for the Eastern, like, Luminate/Sea region. So yeah, eventually I will get onto other shows as well. Let's see, book name. So I'm gonna send the book name in through here. So next what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to go through and find the book module. So could we get a sneak peek of the movement system? Sure. I'll answer your question first, and then I'll get this other guy's question. What's the hardest command in scripting? I don't think scripting's really, like, there's no hardest command in scripting. I don't really know what you mean by command, maybe. If you mean, like, method, there isn't really a hardest method, for scripting. Like, you know, you can practically do all of them. I mean, if we're talking about like really performance heavy, there's _G. Never use _G, or I guess you can use _G under certain scenarios, but it's not something you want to do. So yeah, pretty much for Apex. You said you wanted to see the movement system. This is the current prototype, at least for it. It's a very, very heavy work in progress, and it needs a lot of work, but this is the current. How do you handle the wall climbing? A lot of raycasting. So pretty much, I run an initial raycast to see if you're right next to, if you're to the left or to the right. If you're to like the left or the right, it will like make a specific animation play, and then it will, I think it's either a linear or body velocity. That's probably the hardest part, and then I run a raycast every frame to check, and if the raycast doesn't pass, then it will stop the player from wall running. And then for wall jumping, it's just while you're jumping. If you hit the jump key while wall running, it will trigger the jump and, of course, the linear velocity, or the body or linear velocity. I forget which one it is. They're practically the same thing. Linear and body velocity is just one's newer than the other. Learning the syntax is super easy. The problem is, it's for the problem solving and stuff that's hard. Yes, so problem solving is a really good skill, because if you learn problem solving, it doesn't matter what programming language you're using. You practically know a lot. I guess the concept of problem solving is transferable across most languages. Does it raycast for the second wall after you wall jump? No, it does not yet. I don't think. I don't think so. I'll have to maybe check on that later. Info.books. And then we're gonna put in the book name here. And then we're just gonna check if there's that book module. If the book doesn't exist, we don't want to run any code. So now what we'll do is I'm gonna use the note system, because we have this new thing for the notes, for like a note system. So pretty much, I'm just gonna type note module equals replicate or require game.replicated storage, or no, it's server storage. Since it's a server-sided module dot systems dot note. When you're wall hanging and you jump backwards, it should do a backflip. I could do that. I need an animation for that, but if I get the animation, I'll consider that. Or I'm gonna create a new instance of this. So note is gonna equal note module dot new. It'll just pass in the player and the book module, and then of course the book module dot content. And then I'm pretty sure, I forget if I need to send the name in as well. Yeah, I do. So for the name, I can just type book module dot, I forget, it was a dot name or dot title. It's dot title. Dave the Diver is 50% off on Steam. Dang, I might have to snatch that. If it's, I haven't played Dave the Diver, so I don't know if it's like, you know, any good, but if it is, I might get it. Oh, that's another thing, I don't need these either, I forgot. There we go. So let's see if escape characters actually work. I'm guessing they don't, because I don't know if Lua sterilizes, or I know the normal Lua doesn't sterilize, but I don't know if Luau sterilizes. Let me check the note module and just make sure that I'm, okay, good. It does destroy itself after it clicks off, which means no memory leaks if you read like 50 books. So that's something we won't have to worry about, fortunately. So yeah, all right. Back here. And as you see, now let's get, actually I'll pull out the, let's get the book first. So I'm just gonna go into the server side and duplicate it, and then just give it to the player. Eventually we'll probably make like a command or something to give things to other people, but for now we'll stick like this. Okay, what kind of haircut's that? All right. It's a very modern haircut for like olden day, but yeah, all right. There we go. So now The book? Okay. Alright. Good. Okay, it does work. Okay. And the good thing is if I click the book multiple times, it doesn't, like, add duplicates, which is also really good. Is that some sort of lore item? Yes. So I'm just implementing a system for, like, notes and stuff. So, like, eventually we'll have, like, player droppable notes and player writable books and stuff like that. But for now, it's just going to be, you know, like, developer created things like books, developer created books. Since one of the regions I want to implement in, like, the first. Oh, when you said notes, I thought you meant the coins from Deep Woken. Yeah. I kind of thought, like, oh, is somebody gonna think notes because, like, Deep Woken, or... Fortunately, no. Fortunately, I caught it before it happened. Alright, marooned, here we go. So, alright, good. So, yeah, there we go. Okay, it does work. I can cycle through these like I should. And I can close the book. Good. Oops, wait. Okay, good, it does work. Huh? Why's my HP bar gone? My HP bar is literally gone. I don't know why that happened. That's really weird. Oh, another thing. I'm gonna make the UI, like, enable and disable itself, so... dot modules dot shared dot UI main. Alright, any do's and don'ts for hitboxes based on what you've learned for making the combat? Do you think it's better to use touched or get part bound in box? I have found better success with get parts bound in box personally, because the touched system on Roblox is awful. Honestly, so I'd say if you can make yourself a custom or find a custom script to handle hitboxes, 9 times out of 10 I would say use that system. Player, so self.player, and then I want to toggle it the UI to false. Add a green block hidden somewhere on the map. Actually, that's a good idea, because I actually have a block that I don't have a color for yet, so I might as well do that. True. Alright, so I have this brick. For those of you who don't know what I mean by, like, random block with no color, I mean this. Let's make it like a bright neon. Neon green. So yeah, now we have the green block. This is actually part of a quest as well, like a mission demo. So, for those of you who need to complete the mission for collecting, like, the block or something, it's perfect. Thank you very much. I would agree with you. The best brick in the game. Eventually, you know what, I might make something similar to, like, the legendary boot. I'll make that, like, my own version of the legendary boot. Or maybe I'll just make the actual legendary boot. Player Green Reel. Hello, Player Green Reel. Welcome to the stream. It's good to have you here. What was I doing? Was I testing out the... No, I definitely wasn't testing out the book. Dang, I came in here and I had no freaking clue why I'm testing this out. What's this game based off of? It looks like Attack on Titan a little. It's a big jumble of inspirations, so, it's based off of, let's see here, I have a full list. Deep Woken, Arcane Odyssey, Sea of Thieves. There are a bunch of other, like, films and movies and TV shows this is also, like, loosely based off of as well. But the gameplay is based a lot off Deep Woken, and Sea of Thieves. Alright, good. That mission does work. So, the collection mission does work. And now that we have the book system working, we can write a bunch of random books in now. I'm not going to add in droppable notes for now because I know the moderation system in Roblox is awful and I do not need, you know, any external way to communicate, for now at least. What do you all think? Or you know what? While I'm fighting this NPC, what do you all want to see for this stream? Do you want me to like implement a system? Do you want me to like, I don't know. I guess I can like, I could probably fix bugs. I could, you know. How does vaulting work? Also, you said for the movement, it was something like body velocity versus tween service or something else. It was linear velocity versus it was linear velocity versus body velocity. Body velocity is older. Linear velocity is like the new one, but I'm used to body velocity, and that's why I use it. Hello, Pat G Edits. Welcome to the stream. Oh, is there a spell system or something like that? Yes, there is. And that's the imbue ability. That's the only like test ability I have in the game. But yeah, so pretty much you hit somebody, they get hit with the effect, and you know, it hurts a little bit, you know? So that's the current system, and then of course, the bouncy system. Let's see here, collect item. And there are a bunch of like test abilities, like if I go into here, sword, Z skill, imbue. Let's do a treasure dig. You know what? I know I have like 7,000 galleons. Planning on adding a new spell. Maybe that'd be cool for the stream. I might. It's just I don't really know what I'm going to do. Ooh, someone subscribed. It's a lot of like the Unicode characters system seems to be broken. Oh, I see it now. Thank you so much for the sub, little Pat G Edit. Thank you so much for subscribing. The witch. Is this supposed to be like a riddle? The witch remains in the forest, brewing a pot of something. Nobody knows what she brews in her pot. Is that supposed to be like a reference or something? Hey bro, can you give me advice? I was in a group where we made games and they kicked me out, and I promised to make a better game than them. First I'd like to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry you got kicked out, man. I'm really sorry about that. But if you're planning on making a good game, start from the game design. I guess think about what you as a player find entertaining, and then I would say implement systems around that. Make a game that you enjoy yourself, and then make a game that other players enjoy. Don't focus on realism. Don't focus on, you know, AAA visuals. Make your game fun for yourself, then make everybody else, and then make the game also fun for the people who also play your game. And then if you mean like making money, that's like a totally different thing. I'm not an expert on that. You'd have to ask somebody else, because I do not know how to make money on Roblox or any other platform at that matter. Hopefully that answered your question. If it didn't, I'm terribly sorry, but if that's what you're looking for. If you mean like better game from a game design perspective, I'd say watch a lot. I mean, I watched a lot of game reviewers, so that's probably also useful. Item says for this recently. I don't know if it would fit in the game, but maybe a radial menu for items. I could do that. I can't code at all, but I do animate in Roblox. Or sorry, not in Roblox. So, oh really? Do you animate in Blender or? Yo, real quick, slide me +1 fruit storage and blocks fruits. I don't think I have enough Robux for that, and also I can't be giving blocks fruits any more players than it already has. That game is a very bad game. I can't be joining that game. I use Blender, SFM, and Gmod. Okay, if you have Blender, you can actually make Roblox animations on Blender, but I'm thinking you're referring to like what's it called? I think you're probably referring to like the fact that you can't animate on R like 6 characters, which I don't blame you. It's really difficult. Loot bag. Alright, you found 7 galleons in the bag. Wow, what a great treasure dig for a grand total of 6 galleons. Oh dang. How does that mini game work? So it uses here, one sec. Let me go pick up another. Yeah, I'll do a mission for another one and I'll show you how it works. So pretty much. Oh yeah, it's another thing. The no clip script's been implemented, so you guys will realize. I can animate on R6 character. I tried earlier. It's hard. Yes, it's very difficult. That's why I can't. I'm not an animator at all. I mostly animate stuff for Half-Life 2 or from FNAF. Really interesting. So to answer you, Apex, on how the minigame works, it is pretty much for the like the little lock things. Pretty much, it's like they go up and down using tween service, and then pretty much it follows like a get overlapping function, I think was what it was. And if the two pieces, or I guess if the locks overlapped, it will just stop the tween, and then it will go onto the other lock. Yeah, I already have an idea. I enjoy horror games, and I have an idea for the Night Camp, a horror game for surviving, and I am a UI designer. Okay, so you're a UI designer. You're trying to make a horror game, okay. And, okay, so I guess a lot of it is, don't just think about what you like, but think about why you like them. So that's another thing. Is like, I don't know, you like horror games. Like, do you like them because they're scary? Do you like them because they're immersive? Do you like them because the atmosphere just gives you adrenaline? Things like that can help you determine what makes your game fun, I guess, maybe. Is there any precision factor, or is there no difference if you get the box perfectly versus just barely? There's no difference, honestly. If you miss it by 1 pixel or get it perfectly in the center, there's absolutely no difference. That's actually a really good idea, is making like a perfect pick lock, and it like boosts your chances or something. You know, I don't have a boat. I might actually want to invest in a boat. Or actually, another thing, I'm going to pawn off a ministry cloak, because this one isn't very good. Yeah, I don't really want this cloak, so I'm going to sell it. I have an item to sell. Alright, that will be 0 galleons. I love spending 100 galleons just to get 0 of them back. But I kind of have, honestly, at this point. I think that this character has, like, practically unlimited money. What? I have 3? I thought I was supposed to have, like, 0. Alright, so 5. Alright, I'm gonna sell this cloak first. Yo, thanks. You really gave me the motivation I need. See you at the top one day. You will make it big. Thanks. No, thank you, man. Thank you for asking that question. I understand it must be very difficult. It's very difficult to make good games, but if you can do it, then congratulations on your end. I hope that you do succeed, though, and end up making a good game. That could be easy if you add an invisible box to represent the center, or possibly some mat that increases rewards based on the average distance or something fancier. Yeah, I probably could. For now, though, I'm just focusing on, like, a lot of the bigger systems in play. So, like, okay, this ministry cloak won't sell for some reason. So I'm just going to manually delete these 2. Or I'll just delete all the ministry cloaks from my inventory because I don't really need them. And then, might as well, there's probably like a black market dealer somewhere around here that I can get. There we go. Alright. Is it canon that John Silver is the richest? Who is John Silver? Do you mean like Long John Silver from like Treasure Island, or? I mean, honestly, if you mean like Long John Silver from like Treasure Island, then I mean, maybe. I haven't really come up with that much. John Silver in the game. I don't know who John Silver is. I don't think I've added a John Silver. Ministry Cloak. I'll give this one because because Ministry Cloaks, for those of you who don't know, Ministry Cloaks have native cold resistance. John Silver in game. I don't think I have an NPC named John Silver. I might just be going crazy though. We'll find out. Customize. I like to change my clothing color. So this is another system just because deja vu. crazy. Things like these, like, in my opinion, dye should not be a rare material, because the fact that you have to, like, fight through, like, some, like, what's it called, the Carnival of Hearts and Deep Woken just to change your clothing or anything else a different color is genuinely annoying. So I wanted to make things like dyeing, like, you'll have to pay galleons eventually to dye your clothes, but for now it's going to be free, just because I know there probably will be a lot of bugs relating to galleon loss on release. So for now, I want to be as nice as I can to the player and make as many operations free as possible. You know what? We might as well just, like, sit for, like, a couple more seconds to watch the sunset. I saw the physics on the clothing. How does that work? So, that is baked as a module called SmartBone that does that. This looks so nice with the new gripping with, like, the animations. Honestly, idea. The rarest item is a golden spoon. That would actually be really, really funny. I might actually do that, unironically. If I get like a golden spoon model or like animations, I will make that like the most valuable weapon probably. All right, I need to make it so fists aren't droppable. I don't know why the heck they are droppable, but honestly, it's really weird. I'm gonna have to fix that as well. I mean, they sell for 0 galleons, which, you know, makes sense because they're freaking fists. I'll just delete the fist from my inventory real quick. Feels a bit bright, though, for nighttime. So that'll be another thing that needs to be fixed. Ooh, got him. Day and night cycle, that's cool. Thank you. Yes, so this game has like it has a day-night cycle. Also, it has a seasonal cycle. So for those of you who find that interesting, there is a seasonal cycle. Alright, that one's dead. So yeah, there's a day-night cycle, there's a seasonal cycle. You know what, actually I need to add to the to-do list is a cycle for weather as well. So I'm gonna real quick put that on the to-do list. Weather cycle. So pretty much that will be something probably in the next couple streams I'll add, and that's just gonna be like a system for, I guess, like coding rain will probably be hard. Luckily for me, I have the heavy lifting taken care of. I already made the system. I just have to make the system that like randomly disperses rain. And you'd be surprised, actually. Rain isn't too difficult to code. If you do the standard approach most people follow, then yes, it's difficult. Though, actually, if you want to find out how to make this system, I have a tutorial on my YouTube channel, So if you want to see how to make this system pretty closely, like a variant of this system, you can see my YouTube channel for it. A lot of these are just environmental, like small things. So for example, like tweening the clouds out, or like tweening the clouds in, tweening up the fog, tweening the ambience. But other than that, honestly, there's practically no difference, honestly, and like difficulty. It's pretty simple. Only negative thing is you can like technically stick your camera out of the rain, since they're just particle effects. But honestly, I like this approach better. It's way easier. Alright, what are we thinking? What other systems should I add? When the game releases, I will try to play it on day 1 or when it goes in beta. I don't know if this game, honestly, you want the truth, I don't know if this game will go in beta. If it does, then yes, I will notify the Discord server, which is the pinned link. So, for those of you who want to see the game on day 1 release, if it comes out, it will be there at my Discord. And also, I'll probably be hosting, like, if I can get my, like, age verified or whatever, I'll be doing, like, streams to, like, allow players to playtest the game in, like, early stages. Where's, like, an NPC I can just go beat up, just to, like, test if the grip animation works? There we go. Okay, I want to actually work for this fight instead of... Oh wait, it's a mirror match. Oh, it's not that. We'll have to make an aggro system as well. That'll be a small fix. Is like the NPCs need to like stay aggroed. Why the heck are you attacking? Oh, it's because for some reason our abilities are really weird. Oh my goodness. Hearing early stages of beta reminds me of those Half-Life 2 servers. I trolled in a ton of them. Interesting. Alright, so that one's dead. You know what's a quick thing I can fix is the animations bugging out. Or wait, no, I can't. That actually takes a really long time. I forgot. See, I'm gonna get my writing team on that, on making like lore for like the book, for like some books and stuff eventually. All right, we can either. I have two options, okay, or maybe more. Depends on what US chat wants. Oh, what's the lore right now? Okay, so pretty much, just imagine like the most a lot of it just. Right now, it's practically just, okay, you live in this world as just a random guy. There are a bunch of random factions, so you can choose, you know, who to ally or hate. And yeah, that's a lot of the lore is just like, yeah, you live in a world where, like, I don't know, the world's back to, like, feudal stages again, pretty much. And, like, instead of countries, it's more like there are just factions that just surround a lot of the world. So, yeah, it's practically just, like, imagine, like, this current world from, like, 1200 to, like, 1600. That's practically the entire world in this project. Alright, I'm just gonna add these things to my to-do list for, like, the next couple streams, or I don't know what else. Alright. So I have two things we could probably, like a couple things we could probably do. Do you guys want to do you guys want to see like me to continue working on this project, or do you guys want to see the other projects and other games that I've made? Because I've actually made a couple others. I might do some work on these other games if you guys are interested in it. Idea, revival system, healings takes time. That is actually a system I really want to add, so thank you for that idea. I will keep that in mind. Healing, I'm just gonna say injury system because that's, I'm pretty sure what you're thinking of. Some injuries affect you that take a bit to heal. So yeah, that's actually a really good idea. I like that idea. Other, all right. So we can either go with, do you guys just want to see a bunch of, like, I don't know. Do you guys want to see, like, the original versions of, like, Marooned? Do you guys want to see, like, projects I did before Marooned? Do you want to see, I don't know, like, the test plates I guess I have? Or what is anime RPG? All right, so before I make it so that the lower the player's HP, the less they see. Okay, that's actually a good idea. That's actually, I really want that, actually. Make it so that I'm just gonna say lower player HP equals blur or alright, I like your idea, Chatter. Insanity system, that's actually another one I need to add to. Thank you for that. Okay, a lot of these will be done on stream probably, so in the next couple streams, we'll probably be adding these in. Hopefully I'll try to like stream once a week. Alright, so for those of you who don't know, this was the, like, out of all the combat systems I made, this was the first one I ever made. Hello, Exotic. Welcome to the stream. So yeah, this is the first combat system I made. A lot of the basics of this is what helped, like, form Marooned. A lot of these things helped me learn, I guess, a lot of what Maroon does. Or make it so that when players are at lower HP, it will affect their movement. Yeah, I'll probably do that. Or what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna make it so that instead of being blur, it'll be a Vigente effect. So for those of you who don't know, Vigente, it's like a really it's like the darkness at the corners of your screen. So yeah, I'm probably gonna make it so like the edges of your screen like get darker as you you know, as like you get at lower HPs. So actually, you know what's really crazy is that this was the original shop system that formed Maroon's current shop system. It doesn't have a lot of the fancy stuff like tweening, and it doesn't have like a lot of the fancy item giving systems, but this was like the original prototype. So yeah, that was the original prototype for a stealth system. This was my awful attempt at making enemy AI. By that I mean I'm pretty sure it's already broken. Yeah, it's already broken. This has no heavy attacks, has no feinting, has no nothing. This was like just me and like the original concept for combat. This was practically, it was just M1 block parry. So yeah. I don't know if this Gate Katana will work. Yeah, I knew it. It is a really bad habit of this. For some reason it changes where your hip's placed. Smarter than the Combine AI from HL2. I've never played Half-Life, so I wouldn't know, but I'll take your word for it. Do you have any tips for builders? Okay, I'm not a builder, so I mean, again, take what I say with a grain of salt. Honestly, you know what? I probably don't, now I think about it. I'm really sorry. I don't really have any tips for builders because I've never, you know, I'm not a builder, so I can't really give tips. Probably. Oh, you know what, actually? I'm gonna go. See ya. Alright, see ya, Source Film Animations. Thank you so much for tuning into the stream. You know what, actually, I'll show Maroon's menu system off. Let me open that in a separate tab real quick. But, yeah, I'm gonna get the menu system working. I'm gonna show you all the menu. Actually, alright, do you all want to see the menu system? Is that something you're interested in, or... I'm trying to think if it's worth it to show it, or if I should just go back to developing, like, Maroon's actual systems instead of just messing around. Alright, I'm just gonna add one more small system. Let's add in that lower player HP equals like the player blur. Because I think that actually is a really good idea. So I'm just gonna make a quick prototype for that. Just since I think it's really, really a good idea. So it's a quick thing I can just add in. And then probably in the next couple streams we'll implement like the weather shifting, and then we'll also probably, yeah, so it's probably gonna be weather shifting is gonna be on the next couple streams. Injury is another system. It's probably gonna be in the next couple streams, maybe. So yeah, let's get in that lower player blur system. So I'm just gonna add in a blur, and we'll call this HP blur. So alright, so I'm gonna see what like the max we're probably gonna put it is like 11 or 12. Because if it gets to like 15, or dare say like freaking 50, then it's gonna be like unplayable. Make it so when you use a lot of stamina, you have to stop moving for a bit and play a breathing animation, which gains your stamina back. There isn't a stamina system, so I can't really add that in, unfortunately. I might. If I add stamina in, that will probably be a system. It's just I haven't added stamina, just since the UI is already crowded enough with all the bars. Weather modules. Alright, yeah, let's do it. So, I want to put it on the server side. I'm going to add the blur on the server side. player. I forget if there's like a on damage event. Huh. Yeah, I can do it, or either that, or I could do it on the client side. Yeah, I'll do it in the camera effects area of the client. So, assets, modules. How long have you been scripting? If we count me messing around, like, in my earlier stages, then I guess you could say maybe like 4-ish years. But like, if you mean me taking it seriously, maybe like 2 to 3 years probably is a more accurate timing. Self dot camera, or I'll call it like HP connection. There we go. So first we have to check if it's like a negative. So instead of get property change signal, let's do like health change, I think was what it was called. I think it was like a variable called old health. Roblox humanoid health changed. Okay, so yeah, the health changes. So yeah, this is the amount of health the person lost. Lost health, so that'll just be the amount of HP they lost. So what I'll do is I'll just say like if it's less than or equal to 0, that means they're dead. So we'll say if it's less than or equal to like, I don't know, 15. Or we'll go 10, give them a bit of grace, because you know you can survive 10 HP, but that's when I want to start blurring it. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll say game.lighting dot HP blur dot enabled. We'll set that equal to true. Else, then what we'll do is we will set the HP blur to false. But pretty much what we'll do is we'll say, yeah, the HP blur, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna change the HP blur. Please add me as an Easter egg. I might. I'll eventually add in. Here, actually, you know, I'll add a couple people in as an Easter egg. I'll make some people named after NPCs. I'll probably add in some people. We will. All right, let's see who I name you after. Do you want to be? All right, yeah, you can be the delivery NPC. Instead of delivery guy, your new name is Victor X Reno was taken. All right, you're in the game now. Congratulations. So what we'll do is we'll self.player.character.humanoid.health. So pretty much, we're just gonna check the HP. So like, you know, if their HP is like pretty big, and then we'll multiply that number. I guess I'm trying. All right, so. I don't know, let's just say their health's like 10, right? I was almost expecting to just slide in my character or something. Yeah, I could do that, I don't know. I'm doing names for now, just since I don't want to implement characters in yet. All right, 100 minus the health. So like, the lower your health. Oh, stream lagged. Sorry about that. All right, stream events. Oh, hey, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. Baldy YT. Thank you so much for the subscribe. All right, so 100 minus. So that would just be like 100. Like let's just say the player's at 10 health. It subtracts that. Now now their blur is like insanely high. So I'll just set it to like 20 minus that number. So like, if it's 15. The blur will be relatively small, but then like if they lose more health, then it will become bigger and bigger and bigger until it becomes a problem. So yeah, let's test that system. Instead of actually, yeah, I'll make it 15 just because I want to give some grace because I want the blur to be almost subtle. Because I don't want the blur to be too huge. But we'll add in like a relatively small blur just so like the player's like, oh wait, I'm at low health. Just as like a small indicator, and then eventually we'll replace it with like a Vigente effect. Oh, delivery guy. Oh wait. Alright, I'll change that actually real quick. Fun fact, if you do num minus variable divided by division, congratulations, you just made a variable tween. Really? Interesting. So that's actually really interesting. For some reason, my HP bar disappeared like a while ago. I know, surprising. Yeah, it actually surprised me. I had no clue. You could do a little tween for the blurriness. I probably could. Wait, I actually feel the blur. Wait a minute. I think, am I blurred? No, I'm not. Okay, that's surprising. There we go. There we go. Now that I'm dead, it's like I have like a huge blur. And as I rejuvenate, I like I gain. There we go. So now I'm at like no blur because, you know. Ow, wait, what? Hey. What the heck? This is a really bad habit of happening. Alright, let's see if I can do like the glitch, the funny glitch. If you guys don't know, there's a specific bug. There we go. There we go. Why is your health thing showing 0 when you are also dead in shift lock? So pretty much, that is just because there's like a system you have to be gripped to die instead of like, you know, losing your HP. Also, for those of you asking what the heck is this is a bug I've been trying to like stop from existing since like the game's like initial conception. I have no clue why this happens, but this bug happens for some reason, and I find it really, really funny. So honestly, at this point, I might just keep it in. Like, if you can find this out, congratulations, you now have the ability to practically fly without hacks. Because it like remove swimming or just let the player go in and slowly drown them. Yeah, there is a slow like drowning. There is a drowning system, so yeah, you can technically die from drowning. And that was meant to counteract this, but this bug only really happens when like I used to be a Roblox dev, but I quit and I'm using Unity. Honestly, that is very, very valid. If it's because of the new Roblox changes, I totally understand, honestly. I would quit, it's just I unfortunately don't know C#. I probably will make the switch to either C# or C++ if I move on from Roblox. I'm not gonna for a while though, just since, you know, I'll stick around and see if, you know, Bazooki does something. He won't. I know he won't, but, you know, just in case. You could make a little check for, like, if in your water part you have your own swimming code for a boom fixed. Yeah, so the only thing is I'm following Roblox's default water engine, which I think is probably why the bug exists. I'll eventually fix it or patch it out. or what I'll do is I'll like make, or I guess what I'll probably use, I'll probably make it impossible to create the bug in the first place. Yeah, just saying. Yeah, what are they doing? Alright, we have the blur effect in, which is what I was looking for. I always struggle at spelling this, but, there we go. That thing, the thing spelled it correctly. I will do like a realistic Vigente. Alright, so. I don't know why. Wait, no, I already have one. What am I thinking? I already have one, so. In the UIs. There we go. This is what I was looking for. So. This. Wait, no, this isn't what I'm looking for. What the heck? Add animals. I will eventually. I need an animal model for that, but if I can find one, I will add one in. Okay, this is actually really bad, so I'm probably not gonna add this specific Vigente, or I think maybe if I darken the edges, it looks. There we go. There we go. I like that. There we go. It's like if you're about to die, I feel like this is kind of scary, you know. I think it would be cool if my character had a little cat, or yeah, pet cat. That actually would be cool. Eventually, I'll make pets in the game, probably. There's a chance I'll add them in. I'm not entirely sure yet, but we'll find out. Alright. Make it so it's not enabled. And now, I just have to go into Effects Manager and make it so that the Vigente UI shows up next. So, also, where's houses, or this game based off the caveman times? I just haven't implemented any houses in yet, so that's a lot of it. I have, actually, we know that I have one house as like a concept, but I haven't really like put it in the map yet. So actually, I'll show that off in a quick second. Though it's more based in like the feudal era, so. From 1200, and then eventually, I know this isn't the feudal era, but like technically like the 1650s maybe. To where like, you know, I can technically have like pirates and stuff and get away with it. Game. I'm also going to take the UI, and I want to take the image transparency. There we go. So, I would love to collab in the game because I have a lot of experience with Studio in like the building and scripting region. Oh, that's nice. I don't know if I can do like collaborations or anything because of the fact that the game just straight up doesn't allow me to do team create since the new like team create changes have existed. But if eventually I do that, eventually I will open up space for contributors. So if you are able, if you're like good at VFX or animations or anything like that, there will be a way you can probably like contribute. By the way, my account is in the 9 to 12 age group. Alright. I mean, I don't know what age group, I don't know how bad the moderation AI is going to be for me, but we'll find out. Alright, I'm back, but I can't chat much, sorry. Oh, no problem. Okay. Player UI is not a valid member of player UI. Okay, that probably is a bit of the problem. Player UI. The stream's lagging? Oh, sorry guys. Sorry about that. Terribly sorry. My Wi-Fi, well, it's pretty decent sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't catch other things, so I apologize if the stream's lagging awfully. Alright. I'll look for errors in the console. There are going to be a lot of them, because I know there's technically one error, and I will fix that as soon as I can. With the mission board system. Yeah, here. These three I'm already aware of and I know how to fix them, so I'll be fixing those as soon as I can. Once I add in the effect. Ow. HTTP going to be executed from the game server. Let me see. That might be just an error with a plug. Yeah, that's an error. That's a plugin error. One sec. I think I know what you're talking about. But yes, that's an error with a plugin. I wonder what the heck those are for. HTTP request, it allows you to send get data from an HTTP server. So pretty much let's take an example. I don't know. Let's just say you have external data on an external server you want to send. You should get a part smoother plugin, not gonna lie. That's actually a really good idea. And also I'll fix this. There's a really easy fix for that UI thing, by the way, so. Alright, we'll also make it so that the transparency of the object changes a little bit better. Alright, first, yeah, it turns parts into smooth mesh parts. So what's it called? Beveled parts. That actually is really useful. I might need a beveler. Because I use bevelers a lot. Ignore GUI inset, that needs to be set to true. That will fix our problem we had earlier. Indeed. Nice. I love myself beveled parts. Indeed.wav. Oh, file. Loot tables, items, info. It might be in modules, missions, no, it's in delivery. Oh no, it's in mission info, I'll bet. Mission info. Yeah, here we go. So where it says collect item, no. Find treasure, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, delivery, guys. Instead of... There we go. So that will just implement that system. And now, let's fix this error. So it's taking the humanoid health and dividing it by 10. So if you're at 10 and it divides by 10, it turns into 1. I guess the stream chat visualizer can't read links, so it just... Yeah, sometimes it does that. It's from, the stream chat isn't, it's from, Streamlabs. It's, one of the defaults, so it's probably not any good, but it does the job, so I'll give it that, you know. Oh, it's because this thing's probably failing at order of operations. I forgot computers like to follow that. So, it needs to be like this. Yeah... If you check out the YouTube itself, I sent a Pinterest. Yeah, I mean, I don't see it for some reason. I mean, I'm on the YouTube, I don't see it. But, I don't know. It could, oh, it's... Oh... Wait a minute. No, it doesn't, no. I think it probably checks the top chat instead of the live chat. Vader Collider doesn't exist in Workspace, it seems. Yeah, that's a bug with a boss HP bar system. I got it from some other guy who was making a Darth Vader boss, and he had this thing called Vader Collider, which helped you tell, you know, if it was colliding with the boss thing or not. So I don't know why the UI disappeared though. Yeah, maybe add it into the workspace. Since it's not in the game, I'm probably just gonna eventually delete the script or disable it, the Vader Collider script. So we won't even have to worry about that eventually. Oh, wait, I'm actually dead. What the heck happened to the UI? Yeah, something happened to it. I'll fix it probably pretty soon. Oh, wait a minute. Nope, I also need to change the, it's not the, the UI itself that needs to be changed. It's, yeah, this might be just me being crazy again. Let's see here. because there are a lot of small errors that can cause a lot of big problems. So, yeah, here, this thing. I don't even want to try to pronounce this word, so I'm just going to copy it and paste it and hope you guys know what I mean by it, so. Image transparency sucks. I just made a mistake, that's all it was. So, alright. Alright. Sweet. Alright. I'm gonna eventually just level this thing's weapon up just so it takes me out faster. What's asset with that huge number? It's probably a sound asset from like footsteps or something. I don't know. It's just an asset, like a sound asset or an image asset that I can't use probably. So, okay, I just like. Ooh, wow, I just got taken out. That was a clean haymaker to that NPC over there. Alright, good, so the Vigilante is going away. There we go, now the Vigilante is gone. We'll eventually add tweening to the Vigilante as well. So we'll just naturally look better and not, you know. I just like how it poofs. Yeah, it like just disappears. Yeah, it's like almost like if your headache, it's like your head, like it's like pain and suffering and like a headache, and then it just disappears in like maybe 5 or 10 like I don't know, maybe one like split second. All right, now let's find out why the UI is disappearing next. What if we had tweening on like camera? What do you mean, like smooth? Oh, smooth cam. I would do that, but since I have camera shake like technically implemented, I cannot do that. Menu UI, stats UI, proximity prompts, loading, health bar. It might just not be here. Yeah, it's just not showing up like the main UI. I mean, can you put the smoother inside the shake scripts? I've tried to put like a camera put the camera shaker and like the normal thing together. It just doesn't play nice, unfortunately. I could, but I just haven't really thought of how I'm gonna do. Wait a minute, the health bar's gone here too. So that means that it probably somehow got deleted. Luckily, though, I think I have a backup probably somewhere. I'm just gonna move this to my other screen. I think I have a backup somewhere, so it shouldn't be too bad. Because I haven't done much many UI changes since the game's like original conception. He's pulling out the second window. Yes, I'm pulling out the second window just to make sure that I have. There we go. It's connecting me to the game server. Oh no, it's more RAM usage. Yeah, my RAM usage might skyrocket soon. All right, here we go. Okay, I do have it. Yeah, I do have a second UI. No, I have it. It's right here. Never mind. I do have it. I just forgot to enable. It's for some reason not enabled. I genuinely forgot what it was named, so it kind of like disappeared. So yeah. Since it was disabled, when our Task Manager AXE check Studio's usage, maybe. I think I have a thing that tells me it tells me general RAM usage. It doesn't tell me like Studio's usage itself, but it's probably around like maybe 2 to 5 gigabytes maybe, which isn't too bad. My rig can generally handle Studio and like pretty much anything. Except for deep learning model training. That's the only thing this device can't handle, it seems, really well. And also, whenever GTA 6 comes out, that will also be another thing it probably can't handle. I would say GPU uses around beefy, or 54 for most beefy. I don't know what your specs are. I would say it's probably around valid. Oh, I'm gonna get out of the way. All right, so there we go. My screen darkens a little bit. By that I mean a lot. For this one though, the GPU usage is probably minimal, since it's probably all my iGPU. All right, yeah, I can take a look at it. Here we go. Currently, it's at like 20% utilization. What's good? I'm back. What's good, Spikes? Welcome to the stream. All right, yeah, it's around maybe 20 to 40% GPU usage for this. So yeah, it's not too bad. And then Studio's using around, let's see here. Studio's using 2 gigabytes. Or 1 instances. Why is Microsoft Edge almost 1,000 megabytes when I only have 4 tabs open? That's a good question. I've probably a lot of it. There's probably a fair amount of bloat in Microsoft Edge now, so that's probably a fair amount of it. And then awesome. I mean, at least it isn't as bad as like Copilot, you know? Because like they tried to add Microsoft Edge into Copilot, so it's yeah. I don't know. Copilot's really, really mid though, like honestly. But so is like about half of AI products, like they don't need to exist. Have you ever tried making a game in Unreal Engine? Yes, I have tried making an Unreal game a couple times. Gosh dang it, the stream lagged again. I missed the whole thing you just said. I said, also allegedly take screenshots every few seconds. Yeah, that sounds like Microsoft. But pretty much what I was saying is I said about half of AI products on the face of the earth don't need to exist. So, like, some are actually useful and some I actually genuinely use. I mean, here's another thing though, is like my browser is using like 1.5 gigs of memory just being idle with only like 2 tabs open. So that might just be web browsers in general. Because I'm not running a whatchamacallit. I'm running a Chromium-based browser, so. Oh no, closing Copilot boosted to over 1K megabyte. Dang, did they just like bloat the software on purpose so you don't close Copilot? Alright, let's sell this battle axe and dagger. The game looks peak. Is there a way I gotta apply to work on it? I think it counts probably on the position you're asking for. Scripting wise, I don't need any more scripters, so I probably won't take any scripter positions. But if like, I don't know, you're a builder or like a VFX or artist or an animator, I'm considering this system, but I might make a way for people like that to contribute parts to the game. So like, oh wait, I'm fine. My disk drive has over 20 gigs left. That's actually not too bad. But pretty much, yeah, I'll make a contribution system, and eventually you will be recognized in the game as well if you have contributed. And like the credits UI, let me show you that. So pretty much, where's it? Asset manager. Oh, okay, I gotta wait for this to. There we go. So toggle sidebar, menu open. I'm fine with builder VFX, and I'm working on UI. Okay, if you're a UI designer, I might actually consider that. Actually, if you're a good UI designer, because a lot of the game's UI is really bad. Yeah, 20 gigabytes is almost 20,000 megabytes, so I need about 20 Microsoft Edges to open at once to hit that limit. Well, yeah, but also if you run things on your disk drive, it's really slow, isn't it? It counts if you're running an HDD or an SSD, but it's still decently slow. Not really, I guess. I mean, again, that concept mostly applies to machine learning algorithms. You use Windows 10. Oh yeah, it's a little worse in 11 probably. All right, this is the new menu screen for those of you who don't know. Peak version, trust me. I would, but I already have Windows 11. I don't really want to go through the process of installing 10. Because honestly, people really don't like that I like this, but I think Windows 11 is better than 10, personally. But that's just because I know a lot more about 10 than I do about 11. Or sorry, more about 11 than I know about 10. I can't even update to 11 if I tried because support ended like 12 months ago. Oh, you might have to like actually flash flash like a new instance entirely. Nah, I'm good. Yeah, you know, I wouldn't go through all that either. Make the background for the loading screen like the user's character sitting on top of a mountain looking at the whole map. I would do that, it's just that the character's model hasn't loaded yet and their data hasn't loaded yet, which is why I'm using like a blank screen. But yeah, that'd actually be a really good idea. If like the player's data loaded, that'd be really, really cool. I just need to like do like an audit to see what's taking the data so long to load. What about a clone of the character instead? Well, the thing is the game doesn't know what the character is wearing. So like, since their data hasn't loaded, I can't tell what they're wearing or what their character looks like. So I unfortunately can do that. But I mean, I could, you know, like, let's just say there's a couple NPCs maybe. I just uninstalled Steam. Am I cooked? I don't know. It really counts if you use it. Also, alright, is there PvP? Yes, there is PvP. Not very good PvP, but there's PvP. So yeah, for all contributors, you'll probably be put under like a separate, there'll be like a contributor tab, and there'll be like a developer, there'll be a developer tab, a maintainer tab, and then also a contributor tab. So yeah. Also, fun fact, I make Baldi's mods. Interesting. I probably could tell though by your username. I'm surprised I didn't tell by your username. You should make ranked or something, but don't call it ranked. I'm thinking about that actually. Oh, what? If people got NPCs named after them... Oh, what? If people got... Who got NPCs named after them? Got a credit in the credits? No. I mean, like, contributors. So, like, if you contribute to the game... It's like, I don't know, you make VFX, like, some VFX for the game or something, I probably would put you in the credits of the game. Or, like, to all, like, the people whose open source assets I'm using, they'll probably be put in the contributor tab as well. Though, for the guy who mentioned ranked, Spikes, yes, there will be ranked in the game eventually. I mean, technically, people who with NPCs named after them are kind of contributors. Kind of, but they're more just people who, like, want to be in the game. So, like, I don't know if I'm going to say you're a contributor. I mean, you're in the game, yeah, but you're not really a contributor. Because contributors are people who, like, contribute, like, stuff to the game. So, like, if you, I don't know, made, like, a weapon or something, you'd be, like, a contributor. Though being a contributor and being part of the game are both, you know, they both mean something. Like, one doesn't, I mean, both mean a lot, I guess, to the developer. I might DM you a Cloud VX I made. Can you check if it's good? Yeah, sure, I'll take a look at it. Yeah, alright, let me take a look at this. Alright, I sent you. DM, I see you. Do you have tips for me because I'm a first-time dev? I'd say learn Lua syntax if you're going for programming. If you're trying to become a programmer, learn Lua syntax and then use your learned Lua syntax to learn how to solve problems. So like, for example, the combat system. We'll use that as an example because that's like a common thing a lot of people in my community seem to want to be able to create. So I would say, like, learn, I guess, how systems work, right? Like, you know, let's say for example, how a weapon system works, right? Is you have to make, yeah, I don't know. We'll do an M1 as a demo just to show you how like it works, right? You click, an animation plays, a hitbox shows up, and that trail shows up as well, right? So that's like a small example, I guess, of problem solving. But I would say if you learn, you know, problem solving like that and being able to break big things into small little steps, that will probably help you out the most. Oh, what if we had a section for NPC people, for people who have NPCs named after them? Yeah, I might do that actually. That'd be funny. Try learning C++. I've tried. I'm really, really bad at it. I'm awful at C++. I sent you it. All right, let me take a look at this. I'm not going to put it up on stream, but I will definitely take a look at it. Okay, I'm just going to click off that because I realized, like, I would be actively exposing, like, my file directories and stuff, and I don't think I can show you guys that because that means, hey, dude, I have a post on my YouTube that's like a script. Do you have... I have a post on my YouTube that's like a script. Let me see. Go to channel. Let's see here. Oh, I see. Here. By chance, you want to help me with your game, with my game? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I can because I'm working on Marooned as well as like a couple other projects. Just making experience and add on it and add it in. I don't know what you mean by that. Basically, it grows the environment a little bit when the object is on touch. Oh, yeah, you're talking about your script. So, like, would it be good for like a shrink or grow machine? Are the VFX good? I unfortunately cannot. Or wait, let me take a look. Let me see if I can do it without, like, you know. Okay, I can't drag this over, and I can't, like, open the file without, you know, exposing my entire file directory system. So I can't. I'm gonna just show you, if you want to, like, send a picture or something, I can definitely do that. Alright, I'm just gonna open my file directories in like another screen. Fun fact, I exist. I see that. Yeah, if you send it to me in whoa, that looks good. What do you mean, like, what do you mean you want to check if it's good? That looks amazing. Again, it could like be different on runtime, but from that one screenshot, that looks really, really good. Like, honestly, for a world event or something, that would look really, really well done. Okay, quick question, Spikes. Do you by chance have like a wind VFX? Like, just a question. Because, like, these streaks are good, but they're not gonna cut it, probably. The cloud does come with VFX. Oh, that's nice. Nice. I'm not gonna use them, but honestly, I just wanted to ask if you knew any of them by chance. If you ever need an explosion sound, I got some. I might. Eventually, I will probably get like SFX people to help me out with like some more advanced things. Most of the time I might just use the toolbox for sound, but there will be some cases like where I will ask for dedicated like SFX designers. Alright, I'm gonna improve my UI and come back to you. Yo, Spikes, do you make VFX? Someone's asking if you make VFX in stream. I think you like left a while ago, but we'll find out. What if we had a secret game where you could go to different games as universes? I actually was gonna make a concept like that like a while ago. But I quit the project because it was too big. I was gonna try to recreate the Oasis from Ready Player One, but that's like kind of difficult, and like younger me didn't realize. Commissions. You talking to me or Spikes? I think you're probably referring to Spikes, so I'm just gonna assume that. Dang. There are so many parries. Dang, I'm like, I don't know. Maybe like, I guess stretching my arm? Yeah, okay, good. I just thought I'd ask. Just to be safe. The stream lagged as soon as you hit the dummy. Yeah, the dummy has so much power, he managed to like... Yeah, the dummy is strong enough that he can like lag my stream, I guess. Book. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna probably like delete that book eventually, but... Yo, Nexus, I got something super cool. Oh, really? Nice. Still working, I see. Yes, tech lead. I mean, I guess if you count tinkering around as working, but yeah. I'm tinkering around with a lot of like the in-game systems. Why are there suddenly so many people? That's a good question. I guess like the 7 to 8 time range is like a perfect timing, I guess, for people. Nice game. Thank you very much, Fintast. Thank you very much. Also, thank you for joining the stream. Is this the only map? Kind of. Nexus, could I send you the thing I made? Sure. Yeah, send it to me on Discord. I'll take a look at it. Just don't send me an RBXL file because I can't view that on stream. Or I can't view it because I have to like go through my file system for all that. So yeah. What's it about? It's like an exploration game. So if you've played like Sea of Thieves and Deep Woken, it's a lot like that. Let's add some quick systems and like so the lower weapon HP thing, I'm gonna delete that off the to-do list. And also I'm gonna remove the Vigente effect just because I realize how much better the blur alone is. I think the stream's lagging because you're play testing. That could actually be it. That very much could be it. Alright, I'm gonna comment out the Vigente stuff for later. Okay, I sent it. I'll take a look at that real quick. I'm not gonna pull it up on stream, just a heads up. If any of you ask for a review, I'm not gonna pull it up on stream. It's a map builder. I think it would be cool to see my workspace grow. It'd be in a game. I want to be an animator. Honestly, I'm going to make a game for my sister's birthday. Cool. I'm going to move that over here. So, a web document. Oh, wow. This is sick. Really well done, Co Studios. That looks sick. Just disable show files when completed. Easy. No leaks. It's for simple map building, like for planning. That's actually a really cool system, I must admit. It does look really cool. I'm not gonna show it on stream, but honestly that is a very cool system. And also I'm gonna delete it because I know, like, you know, it's yours. I don't want to, you know, steal your thing. So I'm not... That's fine. Also, one day I hope to see you play my Baldi mods. I don't really play many games. You should try and animate the trees. How did you learn to script? So, I'll probably make a video eventually, maybe dedicated to how I learned to script and how other people can. But, yeah. A lot of it is learning the syntax and then learning how to problem solve. I think I mentioned that earlier in stream if you want to like go back and see that. But pretty much just learning how to like break things down to simple steps helps a lot. I think Gnome Code had a video called like how to make everything, which kind of helped me a lot. Helped me understand, I guess. The whole thing is like, I guess, I don't know. I made it for my Discord, but if you want to delete, oh, okay. I just thought you know, you don't want, you know, other people to have it, so Let's see. Hey, can you help me develop my Roblox game? You will get credit. Probably not. I'm sorry, unfortunately, since I'm already working on like a lot of projects. So, I mean, yeah, I don't think I can like take on any other projects. Sorry, I just, yeah, make a video on how to script. I need to learn somehow. Technically, I'm pretty sure I have one of your assets in my game. I don't think you need to learn how to script, because you probably know more than I do. Yeah, you're the one who made, yeah, I've used your climbing system, and I'm pretty sure I've also used your glider system. So, like, I don't think you need to learn how to script. It probably should be the other way around of you making a video teaching all of us, plebeians how to script. Make a video on hamburger. I don't know what that is, man. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I'm a solo dev because my friends at Paris were 11-year-old devs. That's impressive. I didn't learn scripting till I was like maybe 12 or 13, so that's impressive. Is there a skill tree? No. Currently, the game follows a talent card system. So I'll show you an example, but pretty much... Oh, wait, no, I can't because I already have all the talents, but pretty much... It's just you roll cards, kind of, and then there's like a chance you'll get like specific cards based on your stats and stuff. Add upgrades. That's what talents are. They're basically like miniature upgrades based on your stats. You both are. Yo, both of those are butt. I can't lie. From what I can see, you could easily make both the climbing and glider yourself. I might be able to. It's just I was like, all right, a dev's already done it. I'll just do what you have. I'll just put my backs on the shoulders of giants and just let these people do it for me. Gosh dang, Moon Animator. But yeah, for those of you who haven't seen TechLed's content, his stuff is actually really good. I have yet to look at your ECS system and finish your video on ECSs, but I'll have to take a look at that eventually. Oh, yeah, I had to disable that whole like Goliath thing. I don't want to disrupt you, but do you have a tip on developing? If we mean from game design, because that's where a fair amount of my expertise comes more in game design, but I also know scripting as well. I would say make a game you yourself love. If you don't even love your own game, what makes you think other people will like your game? So make a game that you love, and then make it so that, I guess, from a perspective, other players will also love it. So that would be like, make sure your game has a tutorial. Make sure that there's like, for example, if you have to look up stuff on a Trello for your game to like make any sense, then don't, like if you have to like search up on a Trello, like how to play your game, you have already failed. If your game can't teach the player how to play the game, there's where you failed. So make sure it has good new player onboarding. Alright, I actually have a vid of my game, but it's kind of bad, but it's for somebody's birthday. As long as you have a video, honestly, a video is better than no video. Like, for example, if you were to look back at Maroon's first prototype for a movement system, you saw how bad. You guys probably saw how bad it was, but that somehow got like a fair amount of like views and attention. By the way, our game is a finding game. Can I be dev? You can be. Can I be dev? You can be tester. I don't know exactly what you mean by that. I am Shurahi, but. I don't know what you fully mean by that. By like, how long have you been making this? So it's gone through multiple stages, but I'd say personally, it's this current iteration's taken about maybe 6 months to a year. I'd argue against the Trello/Wiki thing because Terraria is like the perfect example against that. It's still generally good advice though. Okay, so I've actually played Terraria, so maybe you are absolutely right. I guess like, because I guess there are some games that do succeed off like, wiki, like Minecraft. Minecraft is technically a wiki game in some aspects because, the Nether, no one would know the Nether. but but still generally good advice though. Yeah, some games can succeed off despite having bad game design, but remember, if you want your games to succeed, make sure your game is well designed. Do you have a launch date? So, since Roblox added in the new ID system, I genuinely can't do anything. Like, honestly, I hope to eventually get a launch date, but for now, at least, I can't make a launch date until I ID verify, which I won't for as long as I live, until Roblox either reverts the change or I get like a photo of like, I don't know, I don't fake my ID, I guess, maybe, or something like that, like just not use an ID or something else. I usually lose interest in making games, so I watch people who are good at making games to get my dedication back. Yes, honestly, I'm trying to think of who it was who inspired me to make games again, but I would say probably, if you want inspiration, look at what other developers do and try to implement theirs. OMG, I need to make at least 50 cakes in 8 days. I'm so cooked. Poor soul, 50 cakes in 8 days. I can't cook, so for me it'd probably take like maybe like 3 or 4 weeks just to get a chance at that, but wow. Good luck. Good luck, Fintast. Let's see. Should we do... I'm trying to think of what we can do within the time, like the fair amount of time we have left. Alright, I'm gonna be right back. Alright, see you, Spikes. You know what? There is a problem, and that is that I need to add in the dagger gripping animation as well. So let's add that in while I'm here. While we're here, I might as well just add this small little thing in, since it will probably crash the game if it doesn't. Can I test your game? Unfortunately, due to Roblox's questionable decisions regarding allowing, you know, who can be in X or Y, like testing wise, I unfortunately cannot. I'm really, really sorry. I want people to test my game, but I genuinely can't until they revert the change or they do something. So maybe something will happen, but if not, I unfortunately cannot let that happen until Roblox does some changes. Alright, this is it. We'll set this to action 4. Oh, I mean in my game, it's about finding cakes because of her birthday. Oh, that's cool. That's actually really cool. Grip animation. There we go. And now we can copy this and paste this into our animations, because I have one for Dagger. I just haven't implemented it in. So it should be under here, this one. But I need cake ideas. I don't know, I mean, you don't have to make like entirely unique cakes. You can probably just randomize the colors of them a little bit, and then you also need to randomize like maybe, I don't know, a couple cake decorations. You can use like procedural generation to help you out. All right. Let's see here. All right. So, oh yeah, the dagger. Let's test the dagger out next. All right. So now, let's find an NPC to go test this on. There we go. If you need a tester at some point, this is my username. Okay. I think I have a Discord. I have a Discord if you want to like take a look at that. That's probably where I'll get testers, is from my Discord. So if you have Discord, feel free to join. Eventually, I'll probably also make like applications probably open in some way for people who want to play the game, and I'll probably just do like, I don't know, maybe like some days I'll make like game nights or something where like we can play either like I'll open Maroon to the public just for like a couple hours just to get like the necessary feedback. There we go. I'm not quite good at making GUIs, but got no idea how to use Figma. I don't either, honestly. Here, like, I'll show you an example. This UI is one I made, for example, and it's entirely made in Studio. I joined the Discord. All right. All right. Dang, the server's growing a lot, actually. That's crazy. I didn't think these streams would actually, like... Or I guess that the Discord would actually grow that much, but honestly, it's growing a lot. Thank you all so much for the support that this channel's been getting. Let's see, does the spear work? Actually, let's test the battle axe first, because I don't think the battle axe has a good gripping animation. Or if it does, then it's not going to work, probably. Do you have a team? No. Everything that's here, that's been made here, has either been developed alone by me, or it's been in some way, like, either it's been developed by me, or it's an open source asset, or it's a closed source asset I paid for a while ago. So, like, for example, these spear animations, the spear model, those are both open sourced animations. These animations. Oh, hey, ZMax girl. Welcome back to stream. Okay, yeah, it's a little broken, but actually, you know what? I kind of like the fact that it's like the butt of the spearhead hitting somebody. And I actually don't mind that. It's not a bug, it's a feature. Wait, do you got Blender? I do have Blender. See you, the anonymous dev. Thank you for joining the stream. Spear, battle axe, katana, rapier, sword, dagger, fists. Let's do... I'll pick the katana. It's a pretty nice weapon. I have no idea how to use Blender. Yeah, Blender is a very difficult program. If you know how to use it, though, you, like, practically have ascended to, like, Vim levels of knowledge when it comes to... Like, Blender is, like... I don't want to say it's the Vim of 3D modeling, because it definitely isn't. But, like, the amount of keybinds... Doesn't Kane Parsons use Blender? You mean Parsons is in, like, the British guy? If you mean, like, him, I don't know. If he does use Blender, then, I'd be surprised, because it's, like, a 3D modeling program. Technically, you can edit on it, too, but no one uses it for that purpose. Where are all of the NPCs that I'm supposed to be, like, fighting? No, the Backrooms director. Oh, I heard Parsons, and I was like, oh, wait, like, neuron activation. The Backrooms director, he might, I don't know. Blender's a pretty versatile program, so it's very possible he could have used it to help him. Haha, low-key same. Yeah, I had, like, a neuron activation. Whenever, like, I don't know. Like, if you say somebody who's like, has a username that sounds, or someone's name that sounds like somebody I know's username, it'll just be like, I think of that person, instead of, like, you know. Okay, I think they're all... Like, all the NPCs are, like, scared of me, like, attacking them or something. It's actually, I guess, the only time I don't want NPC, or I do want NPCs to show up, they don't show up. That sucks. Alright. I'm not going to fix the grip animations because I know that's going to take me a long time and a lot of, it's going to take me a lot of attempts probably to fix that. Add in NPC spawning logic. I could do that this stream. I don't want to start year 7. I don't know what you mean by that. You'll have to probably elaborate on that. On what you mean by year 7. Seasonal events. I'm not adding in an exploration journal this stream because that's going to take a really long time. Add a shift shop. I've already done that. Shift plus P to go into free cam, by the way. Yes. Oh, grade 7. It's not too hard. Honestly, you want the truth, it's not that big of a jump in difficulty. The really big jump is from probably 8th to 9th is probably the biggest jump you'll get. Yeah, you got this, honestly. The jump from 8th to 9th is probably the hardest jump, but it's not even that bad, honestly. It probably counts on what school you go to as well. And then, I mean, of course, there's like 12th grade year, which is probably really crazy. Oh, hey, Dildasher, what's up? What is it with this profile picture? Like, this specific profile picture, like, genuinely. I have already seen, like, 3 or 4 people who have had this same profile picture, and I have no clue. It's like some niche group, I have no clue. She's on year 10. Interesting. Alright, see ya, Dildasher. Thank you for joining the stream. We could add in books, but I really suck at writing, so probably not. My bad, I'm British. Oh, you have a different school system. My bad, my bad. In the US, it's still like, oh, you're grade blank or grade blank. Or blank grade, my bad. Let's add in the basis for the bow and arrow. So we'll add in a little bit of the bow and arrow. Because I need an excuse to make ranged weapons sometime soon, so we might as well do it now. The PFP is a fake. Oh, that YouTuber King Chris started. I only joined because multiple people asked me to. Oh, yeah. I was asked too, actually, earlier this stream. Some person asked me about that. I genuinely have no clue what it is, though, so, Alright, so we have bow. Alright, bow shoot. Bow run. And bow idle. Okay. First, the idle animation. We'll set that to maybe... we'll set it to movement. And we'll delete the left and right leg tracks from here. Because the left and right leg don't need to be here for this. So now I can publish this. It's a meme where they come up with crazy ideas and tell them to do it. Oh, okay, that makes a little bit more sense. I'm gonna use the yeah, I'll use the dagger as like a demo, because a lot of the animations will probably be similar. So we'll do bow. The blocking animations will practically be the same. Combat, those will all be the same animation. Equip, I really want a fancy equip animation. I'll just do the idle. The idle will be right here. Sprint will be this new run animation, and that will be set to action. So that will be our run animation. This is one of the few times I'm going to use a custom sprint animation. And then for combat, we'll just use the same like shoot animation. And that will be also set to action. Good, good. Bow shoot. And now that will be just all of these swing animations will be our shooting animation. And then we'll keep the heavy and the feint the same, despite the fact that they probably don't fit. And now, where is it? Bow. The actual model itself. Here we go. So copy that. And I'm going to paste it, and we'll use this rig as a demo to make this thing work. So paste. This actually is a pretty nice bow model, I must admit. Motor 6D. Okay, good. It's all welded together as well. So this will be our... let me look at what I called it in the welds category. I have like a category for all just welds. So Weld, weapons, dagger. We'll duplicate the dagger and we'll just say bow. So yeah, we'll do the idle weapon weld first. So that's like, that will be when it's on your back. So I forget what's part 0 and part 1. So I'm gonna have to go into this, like the source code for that. Part 0. Okay, part 0 is the arm. And part 1 is the weapon itself. Okay, wait, but that's the left arm. So let's see here. What's up? What's up, Spikes? Welcome back to the stream. It's so difficult to tell the difference now because like so many people have this same profile picture. I'll have to learn to differentiate between both of you. A lot of you guys the red mask profile pictures. Okay, so part 0 will be the torso and part 1 will be the bow itself. We'll use the... You gotta lean into the council to know. I don't know about that one, man. I don't know about joining the council. Yeah, I'll use the root part for this. We'll use the root part. I think I can just, yeah, attach this to the root part. So there we go. So now it's attached. So now we can adjust the C1. So in this case, I'll just adjust the position a little bit so that it's got to go behind the character. So around negative 0.5. Okay, that's about around the back position, which is what I need. 45. Okay. We're closer. We're one step closer. And now I just have to adjust the Y value to be around negative 0.5 because we need to keep the arrow back here, like the bow to be back here. Okay, you know what? 0, 0, 0. We'll set it to like 0, 0, 0. Oh, it's different. All right, so negative 0.4. Yeah, that drags it down a little bit. Okay, this should be 0.5. And then this should be... I'll try 0.2. No, it should go the other way. So instead, I'll do like 0.5 as well right here. And I'll make the 0.6. Because I need it to like not be in the character's, like, I don't need the bowstring to be in the character's head, so. Alright. That adjusts this up or down. So yeah, I'm gonna do this. Next is I'm low-key struggling to stay consistent in my scripting journey. Any tips? I mean, I guess just... Oh man, you know, you're asking the wrong guy the wrong question because honestly, I procrastinate a lot in my scripting work. But if I had to give some kind of like tip, I would say, I'm trying to think of like a non-lame or generic tip. Is probably like make things you actually enjoy doing. So like if you enjoy scripting, like, I don't know, combat systems, script a lot of combat systems. If you like scripting, I don't know, like smaller little frameworks and that makes you like enjoy coding, I would say do that. You know, just do what you enjoy coding or else you will, you know, you will lack the ability to stay consistent because you just don't like what you do. A lot of it just comes down to you have to like what you do. So that's honestly the best advice I can think of giving. There's probably like way better advice from way like more affluent and better people. Never made a combat system, but I'm gonna try to make my first one. If I had to advise, the best video would probably be, there's this guy named Liam, and he makes like this series, it's like Liam's Combat System. It's like a really good series, so I'd highly advise. It's great for learning how combat systems work. So I would say that is probably my best advice for combat systems specifically. All right, unequip animations. I'm gonna be back in a minute. All right, see you, Spikes. I'm gonna start with his videos tomorrow. Yeah, it's those, and then I'm trying to think if there's any other good videos that helped me out a lot. Okay, I don't need these. Torso. Part 0 becomes the arm. Where's, like, can I maybe find part 1? I think that's probably gonna make this a lot easier. Part 1 equals the weapon itself. Okay, so I'm gonna have to change the architecture and how the bow is currently modeled. So instead of it being a model itself, what we need to do is I need to take these, move these into here, and the initial poses, I don't think I need these because I'm just gonna like make it so the bowstring doesn't have any animations for now. And then instead of this being called root part, we'll call this bow. So I'll drag this into models, weapons. This will be called bow. And now we almost have everything. We just need one last thing, and that is the actual sound effects. So, oh yeah, and the weapon info. That's also another thing. Modules, info, weapons. No, it's in here. It's in weapons. Here we go. Weapon stats. So down here, I'll make it around similar stats to like the dagger because I don't want people to try to like, you know, get cheeky hits in with the bow. So dual wielded, no, it can't be dual wielded. Weapon anim type will be bow. The damage will be like, yeah, 6 is decent. Heavy damage, that's also fair. We'll keep similar stats, but I'll decrease the swing speed down to like 1.2. And then the hitbox size, I'll make it a little bigger. We'll go like 6 just to be safe. Just because I want it to be a little bigger. Because I want it to be like the longest hitbox in the game. Oh wait, I almost forgot. You know what? The M1s won't work because I forgot to animate the shoot. Trying to recreate Black Magic 1. I actually don't know what that. I don't know what that is, unfortunately. Add keyframe event here. So this will be the swing start. For those of you who don't know, that's like when the the swing starts. And then I'll make a swing stop right here. Or I forget. I think it's swing end. Yeah, swing end. So the event's called swing end. I have to go. Bye. All right, I'll see you, man. Thank you so much for joining the stream and, for being here. I had to go, but forgot to sub. Oh. Well, thank you very much for your subscription. It's very much appreciated. So, assets, animations, weapons, bow, combat, swing. And now, there you go, dude. And no problem. Good luck on your game. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Alright. So now we just have to go onto the server side, and I'll just change the weapon on the server side to be bow. So I just have to wait for all the stats to, like, appear. Oh, it's because the client was paused while this was going on, so I'll let this run. Alright, good. The character loaded in. So now the character's loaded in, I will just change the weapon to bow. Alright, let's see what was that? Thank you, Fantastic, for the subscription. Thank you very much. Alright, we have the bow. And, of course, it doesn't work because I don't have any SFX. That's what it was. Gosh, dang it. I forgot to add in, like, SFX, so we don't have any SFX, but we'll use, like, the fists as We'll use the fists as, I don't know. Or no, we'll use the dagger. We'll use the dagger as like stand-in animation, or I guess SFX. So I knew I was forgetting something. So SFX, weapons, and then where it says dagger, dagger. BM1's like a fighting game using key combination to perform moves like Street Fighter. Oh yeah. I know what you mean. I haven't played one of those games in so long, but honestly, I don't know. I just haven't played a fighting game in so long. I think the last one was Mortal Kombat, and that was like the arcade Mortal Kombat, like from years ago, like the original one. Oh, I guess I don't know if people would count this, but Super Smash Bros. I guess it would be the last one then. Oh, there's no trail in the bow either. And also, it should be the left hand for the bow. It's your left hand because your right hand's your shooting hand. I almost forgot about that as well. Some things should not have trails. So if there is a trail, then we'll do this. But if there isn't, then we shouldn't, be penalized, right? So that's just a quick check to guarantee that there is a trail. So that will fix that problem. And then next, let's fix that whole hand problem. So in combat, I'll just run a quick caveat. This is a lazy fix, guys. Don't do this. Don't make lazy fixes, make permanent fixes. But in my case, I'm just going to make a lazy fix because I know that the bow is going to be the only weapon that will have this problem. So, here we go. What's it? Right arm. Oh wait, no. So we'll just say arm. Yeah, here. So I'll find the matches for arm. So second weapon, arm, left arm. Okay, so instead of being arm here, so what we'll do is we'll say like if character get attribute current weapon equals bow, because that's like just a caveat, is if it is a bow weapon, then it will be different. So if it's a bow, then what we'll do is we'll change this to me, instead of the right arm, we'll make this the left arm. Just hope no one tries to dual wield with this, because if they do, then it's not going to work. So that should fix our problem. Fingers crossed. All right, here we go. So, okay, am I still having that problem? Okay, so instead of being dot trail, we have to say like, I don't know, find first child trail. So this is just gonna check if there actually is a trail object, and if there is, then it will run it. So that's just a quick check to make sure it works. And also, while we're here, let's make sure the bow is non-collidable. Because if the bow is collidable, then of course we're going to have some chaos ensue with collision errors and stuff. I'm going to make it so audio can collide though, because, it's always nice because it will make it a little more immersive, despite the fact that it really doesn't do much. And then we'll of course add an SFX as well. That'll be our last thing probably, would be our SFX, because I cannot leave the bow sounding like a dagger shing with every single hit. Trail is not a bell member of bow. All right, here we go. What you making? It's currently an RPG game that I'm making. It's like an adventure RPG kind of project. So yeah, it's pretty much just imagine like a recreation of Deep Woken. That's practically what I'm doing, and then I'm implementing my own kind of mechanics into it to make it a little more unique, as well as a little more fun for those who have played, those kinds of things. So we're implementing a bow weapon right now to implement like our first in like the ranged weapon series. Trail's not available, member of bow. Okay, these things are everywhere. Like these. Alright, we're just going to check for the trail, and then if there is a trail, what we'll do is we'll just allow that to be set to false. Need any UI improvement? I am a UI designer. I might eventually. I don't know about now though. Good, the animation works pretty well. It's decently fluid. If you want, here's my Discord, CKing1. Here, I think I sent like a Discord invite. Like, I don't know if it's still here. If it is, you can join the Discord, and you can probably DM me from there. Okay, this actually looks kind of nice. Okay, joined. Alright, yeah, feel free. Again, I don't know yet if I'm adding contributors or allowing contributors into the project, but you will be notified in the Discord of if I allow contributors into the project. For now, at least, it won't be. It probably won't be for a while unless like I feel like I can do it. And even if so, there will be like some, you know, quality standards and stylistic standards just to make sure the game meets, you know, the requirements of, you know, matching the stylistic theme of the game. All right, now let's fix that error with the trail. Yeah, here we go. Oh wait, no, this should be right here. I'm trying to make an RPG game too. Nice. I'm starting to realize there are a lot of people who are trying to make like RPG games. It's actually kind of crazy. I'm not surprised though, honestly. There have been a lot, like ever since like Deep Woken and Rogue Lineage have come out, people have been trying to make games that replicate that success for like so long. I can start making UI for your game. I can send some photos after done. Don't feel pressured. I mean, if you want to, please, you know, feel free. But, you know, I don't want to, you know, I guess, if you want to, please feel free. Just know the only thing is I can't entirely guarantee if, like, you know, if things will be added into the game or not. So again, I can't guarantee whether your finished prototype makes it into the actual game. But, you know, if you want to, please feel free, but just, you know, make sure whatever thing you send is, matches kind of like, you know, like how the HP bar of my game styled, that's kind of the style the game is going for, so that's just, you know, a heads up to make sure, you know, it matches the, standard of how stuff looks. And then, of course, man, just don't feel pressured, don't feel pressured, you know, doing stuff. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's probably the most I can say is just, you know, don't feel pressured. And then, of course, you know, thank you for contributing. You will be added to the list of contributors eventually as well. Are you a solo dev? Yes, I am indeed a solo dev. All right, good. That's that's like a couple. That's one. That's also something I need to fix. I love you. Thank you very much, WTM Josh. Thank you very much for that. Let's see here. One last thing is, oh yeah, also the bow needs to be fixed. That's another thing, is for some reason, the bow's stuck to the player's right hand when it should be stuck to their left hand. So, systems, player systems, here we go. Left arm. So yeah, if the current weapon equals bow. Do you want me to make the UI for every device or start with PC and just send photos? Don't worry, no one wants to use my UI sadly, but I will try for you. Again, don't feel pressured. You can just do PC, honestly, because that's probably the only platform this game will ever be released on. Okay, yeah, so if there's a bow, it should switch the weapons part 0 over to my left arm instead of my right arm. Amazing work. Keep it up. Thank you very much. Thank you. So if the current weapon does equal bow, then it will attach the thing to my left arm, and then it will get the holding weapon well.c1 and attach it. Okay, yeah, that's how it should work. I'm trying to think if I maybe messed something up. Jump scare. Oh hey, Baldy, YT. Welcome back to stream. I'm trying to see where I could have possibly messed up. I guess this part could be something, but that's not gonna be the issue. Let's see here. Yeah, so here. This has to be it, honestly. All right. This should be it. If this will probably be my last shot at it, because honestly, I don't think anyone's gonna notice that the right, the bow drawstring's messed up. Have you thought about the shrink grow machine thing yet? I have not yet. I haven't seen it yet. I'll have to take a look at it. Touch to grow environment script. So it touches and scales something. That's actually pretty cool. Yeah, I see it now. I did not realize you could just scale the entire workspace. That's actually kind of cool. That could probably make a really cool puzzle game. Just copy everything but the top and bottom comments. I'm not going to use the script, but it's a really cool script, I'll tell you that. It's a cool script if you execute it right. It could definitely work well. I actually made it all myself. Nice, nice. The more you script, the better you just naturally get at it, so. Alright, let's see. What UI should I make? The inventory quests? Honestly, if you just want to make the ability UI, that's totally fine. So yeah, even though I barely have any experience, I mean, honestly, the more experience you get scripting, the easier it gets, just naturally. Oh, sounds good. Again, don't feel pressured, though. I mean, I get it. Just don't feel pressured. I mean, if you should add, swaying trees. I have a little bit of that system, but it's not fully finished. All right. I enjoy making UIs chill. Alright, that's good, nice. Okay, I'm not even gonna try fixing the bow. I'm just gonna, add one last thing, and then probably call it a wrap on stream, just since I probably have to get to bed. It's 9 o'clock for me, so I know that I probably should do that. So I'll just say bow. For me, it's like 5 p.m. Oh, you must be just like... For me, it's like pretty late. Half the sound effects in the free catalog are so bad. That's actually pretty fair. I just use it because it's, you know, it's the only place I got. We'll use this one. So yeah, this will be our animation. Bow, main, combat. Here we go. Combat, so that will be swing. So swing pretty much is like when you're actively, you know, like moving the weapon. What type? Studs, cartoony, and real. Do you see kind of like the style of the HP bar? That's kind of the style I'm going for, is like the deep woken / roguelike UI style, I guess. So, or like, I guess take a look at the current UI and then like imagine like mixing the health bar kind of with like the structure of like what the abilities UI looks like, I'd say. Just please know if you work on the UI, there's not like a guarantee I'll actually use it in Marooned, but if it does, you will be contributed for your work. And of course, unfortunately, I'm sorry, but I can't, you know. I mean, again, I'll probably publish it for something. So, like, you know, if you want to, like, I mean, you'll get recognition for, like, the UI itself, and I might use it for a while. I can't guarantee its permanence or anything like that, but, you know. I don't know. I don't think it's the bow sound. I don't know. I'd have to look. Finding the Sekiro sound bank has made me realize how many games on Roblox use all of it. Yeah, it's Sekiro that a lot of people use for some reason. That's good enough, honestly. So yeah, 3, and then what's the setting for your game? It's kind of like, in the real world, it'd be like around 1200 to maybe 1650, 80 at like the minimum. Alright, good. The bow sound works. Now, of course, we have like the dagger thing. Or I guess like the dagger SFX, but I can real quick. I'm gonna adjust that real quick, and then I think that's pretty much all we need to take care of. I think it'd be cool if we had a sound in our YouTube live chat when messages appear, if you could do that in OBS. I might, I don't know, I haven't put much thought into the OBS setup itself. Like, I just set it up as like an initial like attempt, and then other than that, I have not really put much thought into the OBS setup itself. And also in the future, you know, I don't know, if there are more chat messages, it could turn a little more chaotic. I'll have to get an SFX pack eventually as well. I'm gonna have to go looking on the interwebs for some more SFX. Fists, we'll take the equip and unequip sounds because those are both really, really good for this case. So, bow. Alright, I think that's everything now. So, thank you all so much for being on the stream, for hopping on. Is there a preface version you don't use Rojo script and VS Code? It works. If it works, don't fix it though. I was just curious. I don't use Rojo just because I personally prefer the Roblox in-house editor versus VS Code. I don't know why though. I don't know though. Also, what if the game had a mode called Retro where everything was like old Roblox? I don't know. That'd probably be too much effort, you know? But maybe, I don't know if I have time. But yeah, so I'll see you guys. Thank you all so much for tuning on the stream. If you liked this stream, please make sure to like, subscribe, do the usual, and I'll see you all in the next video. Or I guess video, stream, whatever it may be. I will see y'all. Bye.